Welcome to the video. We're going to look at half-lap joinery and how to use this technique to create 3D forms from 2D sheet goods. This technique is used all over to create flat pack furniture where pieces are cut from sheet material and shipped to you in a flat box and you put it together. They're great for props, prototypes, or more complex geometry. Here's an example of a shelf that uses slices that are intersected at each connection. Building it is really easy. Producing it is also fast and efficient, and it has a unique aesthetic for this style as well. So the simple process is to capture your two-dimensional form and create a slot. And the slot is always going to be equal to the thickness of the material here, so it's the same width. And what we're going to demonstrate today is having this as the same shape, but one slot is negative on the one side and the other slot is negative on the other side, like this. And if they were produced in the real world, they would fit together. So this is the easiest way to get started with this technique. All right, let's look at how I got here. I'm going to hide these bodies and start from the sketch that I used to create the overall shape. I used a canvas to sketch the flame. You can start with whatever shape you have or are interested in. Generally, this works the easiest when the shape is symmetrical along a center axis, but if it's not, you can still make it work. So once you've got a sketch for your shape, for the basic shape, you're going to need to focus on creating the central center rectangle here and here. There we go. And I split it up along the center line as well. Now for my fire shape, I had to estimate what was the center from my left side to my right side and from the top and the bottom. In fact, when I first did it, I got it a little bit wrong and I had to adjust it. So there are a couple ways to do this. One, if you've got standard circular or square geometry, you can pretty easily use constraints to capture the very center of your design. Or if you're using splines, like how I was, you can estimate or you can measure. Whatever way you get there, what you need to do is put a center rectangle so that the center dot is in the very center of your design. Then you're going to cut that center rectangle in half using another sketch line. That's going to give us closed geometry like this and like this. So this is my one piece, or piece A, and then piece B will be like this. So depending on your own shape, what you need to do is get the overall shape in, and then using the center rectangle tool from here, position that on your shape and position it so that this dot is in the center of your sketch, and then the width of this material, or this rectangle, is equal to the width of your material. I've set up a parameter so that my material thickness can be changed. There we go. And I need to position this halfway from the left side and right side. This dot will then become the center, and that's what I've done for the center here. Okay, I'm going to remove that new rectangle, and then let's see what I did next. The canvas is just a visual, so I'll turn that off and just look at the sketch for now. And now I've got a sketch where that center rectangle is intersecting it, and I can create new extrusions. And I'm going to extrude both halves, and then for one body, I'll do it for the lower part, and I'll do that by my material thickness. Okay. And then that's this body here. And I need to do that a second time, so I'll just hide that body for a moment by my material thickness. There we go. And that's the top one, or the opposite. These two bodies I can now align together. This is very easy because Fusion gives us a tool for this. I'm going to move with M, the body, make sure it's a body because that's what we're working with. And I'll just move one of these out of the way so it's a little bit easier to see. There we go. Now from here, I'm going to connect this face with this face using the Align tool. And the Align tool is looking for joint origins. Those origins can come from points, from the middle of lines, or the middle of a face. And so what I'm looking for is this white square to appear in the middle of this face. and I'll go and find the same one in the opposite piece. There it is. Now you notice that they are aligned, but they're not the right direction. So I'm going to change that angle so it's perpendicular. And then there we go. We've got the two pieces set up. So let's check it by hiding the bodies to make sure that it makes sense for the real world. There's a piece. And there's the other piece. There we go. So from here, I can be done for now, or I can think about creating these bodies into components so that I may later make an arrangement of these onto a real material to be cut out, or proceed with whatever else I need to do.